Hey, what's up, everybody? This is another episode of Slay Edge Media. This right here behind me is my 67 Chevy C10. And what I've been working on is the trailing arms Crossmember. I can show you, this is the old one, and this is the part where it broke right here. And this is the reason why I had to replace it. Because you can't drive around with your crossmembers broken like this. You see, that's a hazard right there. And the trick with getting this out, it had factory rivets. To give an example what they look like, it's like having one of these on both sides. There's no bolt, no socket wrench, so you can just tap up to it and get it off there. You have to literally grind it and use the method I used was taking a grinder, grinding it, and then getting my air chisel and popping it off. It's really bad looking, and it's old style too. So this side right here, this right here, this is like old geometry. This is the factory geometry for the trailing arms connecting, where it connects right here. This is factory for stock height. So it doesn't help with handling when you decide to lower the vehicle, which is real popular with the old C10. Because a popular saying these days is that trucks are the new hot rods because the way people are modifying them, they're like Resto-mod. So some of the tools you're gonna need for this job, definitely have yourself a couple different kind of grinders. I got a hand grinder right here. You can change this and put the cutoff wheel. You put the cutoff disc, or you can have the grinding pad if you need to cut off whatever you need to cut. As well as another one for different angles. You see how the way these can be used differently in different spots, in the car. The heavy duty bolts that came with the new Crossmember are a little bit bigger, so I had to use I think this is a 1/2" drill right here. I had to use that to wallow out the factory holes, which are 3/8 inch, 16th on both sides. This vehicle had gotten some kind of skirmish. So basically this thing broke and it was getting repaired, and I could tell it was something that happened because one side had the rivets in it and the other side was welded. But still on the frame of the vehicle, the factory holes are still there for where the factory rivets go into. It's not just the two holes that go on there. They use this plate to act as extra support. So you get the two factory holes and then there's 3 extra for attachments, extra strength. So it's that's connected to this and this is connected in between that to the frame. So you gotta use your grinder to get all those suckers off of there. And I figured since I had to take the trailing arm off, I might as well replace the bushings. You can see how I got those old bushings out on one of my, I think it's previous video just before this one. Check it out. So yeah, getting that out of there was such a headache. Just take it from me, you gotta be patient. Sometimes it looks like the road is never gonna end. It's so dang hard, the amount of work that you have to do to get this stuff done. But if you stay diligent and stay calm, you'll get it done. For me, it took some time, but that was because mine was welded on one side. Some of these old vehicles, all this time, over the course of 50 years and different owners, things happen to vehicles. So you gotta be willing to look at everything and go through everything. So getting this part swapped for me has been a difficult task, because I had to invest in air tools. So I had already had one of these, but definitely recommended before you do something like this. You're gonna need air tools. Is nothing like it, being able to have that power at your fingertips to really knock those pieces off. Very useful. Also, you need a compressor as well. All right, here's the moment you've been waiting for. This is the new Crossmember I got. Check it out. Check this out. Comes with some heavy duty high grade bolts to replace the old ones. And it comes with replacement ones for where the trailing arm connects. And this is what I mean for increased geometry for the angles for where you lower your vehicle. You see, this is where the stock position would be, right there, that bottom hole. Now what they've done is they've added extra holes, and they've added a spot for you so you can tuck your exhaust through here. On the old school way the truck is, the exhaust goes underneath the transmission crossmember and underneath this crossmember. The way the old school one was designed but it's meant to be in a higher position, so scraping on anything down the bottom is not supposed to be an issue that they put in it's not an issue that they accounted for when they was building this vehicle. It wasn't originally for, oh, they're gonna be lowering it and putting Corvette engines and drifting around tracks. No, they didn't do it for that. Okay, you see the old one? There's no holes for the exhaust. That sucks. But the cool thing about this is, this Crossmember, these holes right here, you don't have to create new holes. They go right into the same factory position. Because remember, like I said, it used those rivets, but I had to wallow it out. I had to wallow it out with my drill bit about an 1/8 inch, so a 1/16 on both sides for my new heavy duty bolts that I have. This is just to give you an update and things to consider on like what to expect. So like I said before, this is connected to this. These are the 2 factory holes. These are extra. So those are extra rivets that go through into the frame underneath the truck. So there's 5, 10, 15, 20. Figuratively 20 that you'd have to take off if you don't have any like extra welding that they did on mine, like how mine is. You're gonna need grinders with cutoff wheels to cut pieces if you need to, as well as a grinding pad so you can grind down surfaces. Because like in mine there was a welder, so I had to grind that down to smooth it out. I don't want that to be in the way. I don't want that to be the reason why I can't install my new Crossmember. You'll need a mallet and a hammer. Mallet just in case you need to knock things out. Sometimes I'm using my air hammer and you get it into a tight spot, and then this piece will literally get stuck in between a piece of metal. Disconnect it, leave this piece stuck in there, then use either your rubber mallet or something to knock it out, or you can even come on the other end if you have access to it. You can knock these suckers out if you need to. Right? This is metal. This is real steel, iron. Old school trucks, they're made out of, this is real metal, so you can hit your stuff with, it's okay. It's not gonna break. All right, it's stronger than you for sure. Also, make sure you got good lighting. I got like this string light set up so I can just move it wherever I want to, wherever I need to. I just plug it in one spot and I can just move these different light sources. It makes it real easy to work with. One very important thing is PPE, has proper protective equipment. So I use like heavy duty, thick thermal gloves. When you're using an air hammer, grinders, drills, and it's metal surfaces and you're chipping away at metal surface, that creates heat. The last thing you need to do is touching on things and you will burn the hell out of your fingers. Learn from me, use gloves. Also, you don't want to accidentally cut yourself too. So little thin mechanics gloves, they're cool for grabbing stuff, but they're not strong at all. I've damn near almost cut my fingers off using grinders. I've used grinders for years, and one thing I can say is when you start getting comfortable, you start getting complacent. You know, you start using them for years, you're like, yeah, I've been doing this forever. And that's the moment you get comfortable, and that's when people get in accidents. So next up, I'm gonna say eye protection. Not just glasses. Glasses are cool and all, but they don't really protect the sides and all the areas from like little shards or even dust debris from underneath the vehicle or even outside the vehicle when you're using your grinder. Little metal sparks and shards flying everywhere. You don't want that getting in your eye, trust me. You take your eyes for granted until your eyes are not usable. Next up, breathing protection. You're gonna definitely need some breathing protection. You definitely need breathing protection because just like when you get done, you go inside and look in the mirror and your face is covered and stuff. If your nose is dirty, that means when you breathe, you're breathing in the stuff that's getting all over your face. So whether it be metal sparks, paint, dust, dirt, stuff that's flying from off your vehicle that you've been sanding and grinding, chipping away from whatever, you don't want to be breathing that crap in. Trust me. After years, if you can smell it, you're breathing it in. You don't want to be breathing in any of that stuff on a small level as well as on a big level. So you don't want metal sparks flying in your nose. You don't want to breathe in a metal spark. You see how dirty that is? That's all the stuff that's been protecting me from. But yet, when I take this off, the other side's clean. You see that? Next is hearing protection. When you got this thing firing, it's going and you're in a closed environment like a garage, that sound is being projected and reverberated back to you. That's why you probably hear a little bit of an echo while I'm in the garage because I don't have my mic on. And so my camera's picking up the dead sound that's bouncing off of the walls. So the same thing happens with whatever tools you're using. If you're not outside, when you use tools, they sound louder in a closed environment, in a small closed environment like a garage. Something that's not that loud, like a drill, sounds louder. So something that's already loud sounds excessively loud. First off, what I use, underneath my hat, I wear noise canceling Bluetooth headphones. They like cancel a little bit of sound already. Plus, the headphone itself is insulated, so it's got that rubber insulate. So it already gets onto your ear good, and wireless, so there's no wire getting in your way, and it's noise canceling. So already with that in there, I already feel like I'm wearing like little bitty earplugs or something. And on top of that, I use heavy duty earmuffs right here. This is real deal hearing protection right here. These right here have rubber insulation that's gonna create like a little seal around your ear and give you premium hearing protection right here. But that's it, like I said, everything about this is pretty much plug and play. I'm not gonna put it in right now. I'm literally exhausted. I'm drained. So that's the end of this video right now. On the next video, I'm gonna show you how it all goes in there and start reconnecting things. This project is gonna be killing them. If you look right here, this whole project is custom. Everything I'm doing about it. Interior, got my own seats. So your steering wheel can come off right there. Got a special shifter over there. And if you stay tuned all the way this long, you get to see the secret sauce. This right here. My Corvette LS engine. So yeah, that's why I haven't been uploading as much. Because I've been working on this truck, trying to get it ready to go. Start taking it to some car shows. If you watch the whole thing, I hope you hit the like button. I hope you subscribe. I hope you watch the whole video. Hope you watch my other videos, and also check out my other channel, Slayage Media Health and Fitness. Get your body right, get your muscles right, get your gut health right, fast sleep, get all that good stuff. Get the whole mental factories going smoothly. And remember, a wise person learns from other people's mistakes. So keep these tips in mind that I told you about this video, and stay tuned to watch the next video that's coming up soon. Because finally, my biggest roadblock is done. Biggest roadblock, done. Now we can move forward with the rest of this project. Catch you guys on the next one. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below.